Now going beyond reading, writing, and arithmetic to teach leadership and empathy to high school students. Fred DeSam Lazaro traveled to rural Thailand for a return visit with the man leading an effort to modernize education in that country.
It's not something you typically see in a Thai public school. There's dancing, games, and papermaking. And the teachers on this day were visiting students from a unique nearby high school. It's part of a new approach to education the government is seeking to expand across Thailand. It's begun with an initial 180 schools and is based on the nonprofit 7th to 12th grade Michai Bamboo School, named after its founder, Michai Veeravidya.
We have so many schools now wanting to join. The schools want it, the communities want it, which is really very, very positive.
The Bamboo School was started 9 years ago in rural eastern Thailand as a way to inspire young villagers to bring economic development to their communities. On a typical day, students might be performing for patients at a nearby hospital. That's after handing out meals they had prepared at the school kitchen, using produce grown in the school garden. Students do learn in traditional classrooms, but the emphasis is on hands-on. Soon, these math students are outside taking measurements and making real-world calculations about how much can be planted in a pot.
So this is mobile. You can take it into the villages from one house to another on the back of a motorbike.
It's a portable solar-powered water pump, designed, he said, by the students.
And this is what we're always trying to do, let the kids think how to improve whatever we do. And they come up with many good ideas.
Michai Veeravidya is an economist who became famous in the 1970s for colorful family planning campaigns. He used the media, Buddhist monks, and humor, like condom-blowing contests, to help a conservative culture overcome embarrassment about sexuality, as he recalled when I first talked to him in the mid-90s.
We said, look, one must not be embarrassed by the condom. It's just from a rubber tree, like a tennis ball. If you're embarrassed by the condom, you must be more embarrassed by the tennis ball. There's more rubber in it.
Thailand's fertility rate went from 6 children per woman to less than 2 today. It is now considered a middle-income country, but rural communities have not benefited as much from improved living standards. Michai says modernizing the education system is key to closing that gap.
The school is more than just a school that all of us used to know. A school as a lifelong learning center and a hub for social and economic advancement in the communities.
It means that in addition to academics, each student must start a small business, whether it's selling food or handmade paper or large water storage pots. Instead of paying tuition, students and parents perform 400 hours of community service a year, providing daycare for mothers from the community or teaching workshops about gardening to senior citizens. And through internships and partnerships with the business community, students learn about career options in agriculture, commerce, education.
And these are the things we have to teach them, life skills and occupational skills.
The emphasis at the Bamboo School is on leadership and empathy. Students often lead group discussions like this sex education class, which included Michai's hallmark condom blowing contest. And students conduct interviews to determine who is admitted and which teachers get hired. The rules at this boarding school are firm. Students do chores every morning. There is 1 hour of cell phone use a week. When rules are violated, a student panel helps determine the consequences. A few years ago, 4 seniors were caught smoking.
So the student council said that they should be expelled, and they were expelled from the school.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's pretty radical.
An issue of discipline is very important for them to realize that it is not difficult to be honest. It's not difficult to obey the rules and the laws. Start them young, and when they get older, it will be sort of second nature to them.
The Bamboo School goes out of its way to recruit students who have been marginalized by society, such as Chanida Nitikajon. She's from a minority group in an isolated region of Thailand, and she cried when asked how her life has changed since coming here.
I never thought I'd have a chance to pursue education. I've always wanted to be a doctor, but I thought I wouldn't be able to achieve that. But now, things have changed a lot.
Ninth grader Nyut Mon is deemed stateless because her grandparents came to Thailand illegally from Myanmar.
Being stateless is the worst possible thing that can happen to a person. You are deprived of many liberties. I was not allowed to travel outside my village.
Thanks to intervention by Michai, Nyut was allowed to attend the bamboo school and eventually hopes to go on to college. 85% of the school's graduates do so, but they're encouraged to come back to their rural communities.
Have a look at this. Huh?
It's one reason for the sophisticated horticulture taught at the school.
So this is a way of proving that you can stay in rural settings and earn a good income and be quite scientific about things, rather than having to migrate like other people.
It's an idea that graduate Jindarat Maniterm has taken to heart. She's now in her senior year of college, majoring in business management, and as her final project, works as an intern back at her alma mater.
There's been a huge migration, and most people have disappeared from the village. I'm trying to convince youth to come and see the importance of village life and maintain some of it.
Technology has connected once remote villagers to the larger world, but Jindarat says it has also had a corrosive effect.
When I was young, I would go out into the fields and help my parents. It was part of the village culture. Now, young children spend their days on cell phones watching YouTube most of the time. I want to play a role in developing ideas for businesses in the village while preserving village identity.
At 77, Michai shows no sign of slowing down. While most of his time is spent trying to raise money, he still regularly meets with the young scholars. At this student council meeting, he listened to a proposal to start actively recruiting students who are orphans. He says it's all part of the plan for students to continue the work that he has begun here.
They come back, older ones, to teach younger kids. We say it's like a relay race. Whatever we receive, we must pass on to others.
It's that legacy that Michai hopes will continue to grow as the new public school model expands across Thailand. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Fred Sam Lazaro in Buriram Province, Thailand.
Fred's reporting is a partnership with the Undertold Stories Project at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota.